Just when you thought Konami was done releasing new cards in the upcoming TCG set Burst Protocol, we all were sorely mistaken because Konami has just unveiled 4 final new cards that will be released in the TCG set Burst Protocol, and apparently this came about just days before, literally just less than 2 weeks before the official TCG premiere event of Burst Protocol, aka the sneak preview event. I will say that Burst Protocol has truly become one of those core sets that is very unique. I mean, there are so many different new support cards that have been added to that set, including for I think if I remember right, I think for like Borloads / Rockets. I think I think for Yummy, if I remember correctly, there's quite a few. There's quite a few. In fact, I actually want to see. I can actually look up the content. Let's see. Which includes new Spriggan support, new Albaz support, new BES support, new Exorcister support, even also new Assault Mode support, as well as a brand new archetype known as the Elven Notes archetype that I talked about just a couple of months ago. MST getting new support. Magnet Warriors getting new support. Dark Lords got brand new support. Even also a new forbidden quick play spell known as the Forbidden Crown. I think it's called. So there is that. So there's quite a large batch of cards that have been added to that set. But I have a feeling that these 4 cards might just be might be a little bit interesting, to say the very least. But I do want to point out as a disclaimer, excuse me, just as a quick disclaimer, the cards themselves, the artwork of the cards, have not been posted on YG.org, unfortunately, but that is perfectly okay, because honestly, I really don't know what the cards are gonna look like when they get released to the public. But when they do, who knows? Maybe the artworks might be cool. Maybe they might not. Who knows? But without any further ado, let's get straight into it, because let's just be real. These 4 cards are probably going to be game changers, but only time will tell. So we kick things off with GMX Velox, which is an 8-star Dark Dino fusion with 2700 attack, 1300 defense, and it requires 1 GMX monster plus another Dino. Excuse me. The effects read as followed. Each time your opponent normal or special summons a monster, gain 200 life points. During your opponent's turn, as a quick effect, you can target 1 card your opponent controls, excavate the top card of your deck until you excavate a GMX monster or a Dino monster, lose 400 life points for each excavated card, add that GMX monster or Dino monster to your hand, or special summon it, and shuffle the rest into the deck. Also, after that, destroy the targeted card. You can only use this effect once per turn. So you're basically gaining life points. It's sort of like a mini. It's kind of like a mini. What's it called? Oh my god, I can't think of the name. What is this? Spell absorption? Yeah, I think it's it's like a mini spell absorption where where instead of you gaining life points for every spell that was activated, you gain life points for every monster that your opponent summons, whether it's a normal, a special, a tribute, fusion, synchro, exceed, whatever. Anytime and every time your opponent summons, you gain life points, which is actually kind of cracked. Excuse me, because this can give you access to literally not to potentially making your board very, very, very broken without having to lose all of your life points, basically. Which funny thing is that in modern Yu-Gi-Oh, life points really don't matter that much anyway, because most of the games anyway are like super fast anyway. Like they normally take up to like 10 minutes, 15 minutes at the max per game anyway. So it's not particularly great, but the second effect on the other hand is crazy, because it's reasoning, coffin seller, reload, and a mini MST slash trap hole, basically, which is all those cards rolled up into one fusion, and it's kind of crazy. Next up, we have GMX Researcher Salande. I think I'm probably butchering the name, but it's a 3-star fire warrior with 1500 attack, 700 defense, and the effects read as follow. If this card is normal summon, you can special summon one non-warrior GMX monster or level 3 or lower dino from your deck. If this card is special summoned by a monster effect, you can add one GMX spell or trap from your deck to your hand. If a Dino Fusion is on the field, you can shuffle this card from the field into the deck, and if you do, negate the effects of one face-up card on the field until the end of the turn. You can only use each effect once per turn. So this is basically this is essentially a way to get out the baby dinos. I think Baby Cerosaurus, because I think Baby Cerosaurus is like a 2-star or a 3-star or something like that. So this basically helps search out Baby Cerosaurus to basically go full combo. So your end board will literally be double UCT plus Velox and whatever other monsters that have infinite negates, and you're pretty much just off to the races from there, which is nasty, just pure nastiness with Researcher, and also it's a mini imperm. It's a mini imperm. Plain simple, or sorry, it's a mini effect veiler, basically, which is crazy. Speaking of cards being crazy, next up we have Stormbane Dragon. Stormbane Dragon Disturbin. I believe I'm saying that right. 11-star Dark Dragon Synchro, 3000 attack, 2800 defense, and requires a tuner and one or more non-tuners. The effects read as follow. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. You can banish any number of dark monsters from your grave that cannot be normal summoned or set. Banish that many cards your opponent controls. This is a quick effect if your opponent controls more cards than you do. If this card is sent to the grave, you can special summon one of your banished dragon monsters. Okay. Let's just think about this for a brief second, right? Because imagine this card in Edison. Imagine this card in in Edison format. You banish your darks, and you get to literally banish an equal number of cards from your opponent's field, which is kind of cracked. And not only that, but when this card gets sent to the grave, you can special summon a banished dragon, which means that this card theoretically could have been legal in both Edison and in Had, because in Had, mythic rulers. Come on, this guy gets sent to the graveyard. You can summon a fucking dragon ruler and go into a rank 7. Imagine this card in Edison and or in half format. This card would have been nasty. This card would have been fucking nasty in Edison. And in fucking half format. Holy shit. Just being able to banish your opponent's entire board is pretty crazy. But what's even more cool is that you can use this card in Red Dragon Archfiend decks because of the fact that you do run a bunch of dark monsters, so you're gonna banish pretty much everything, which is crazy. And what's even more crazy, and I think I still have it. Hang on. Yeah, I still have it here. If I remember correctly. Yeah, you can also literally Red Zone. This card right here, Red Zone, can summon out your dark dragons from your banished pile. And to give context on this is my Dark World deck right here. This is my Red Dragon Archfiend Dark World deck, and it's not good. I need to give this a bit of a. I need to give this deck a bit of a major upgrade. So I don't know what to do. If you guys do have any ideas, let me know in the comments, because I really don't know what to do. I mean the deck seems solid on paper, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I need to really think. I need to really think about it. But that card, Stormbane Dragon, can be used in Red Dragon Archfiend decks, and it's not pretty. Being real, it's not pretty. This is one of the most insane cards you could ever imagine, because you get to activate Red Zone, bring back one of your dark dragons, and you literally get to threaten lethal just with this card alone, which is cracked. But that brings us to the final card of the video, and it is known as Mischief of the Wolves, which is a quick play spell, and the effects read as followed. Apply these effects in sequence. Reduce the levels of all monsters your opponent controls by 2. Increase the levels of all monsters you control by 2. During your main phase, if this card is in your grave because it was sent there this turn, you can target a face-up card you control, destroy, and if you do, add this card to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. It's not bad. It's not bad. This literally can recycle itself, and it gives you access to go into even more of your combo plays, depending on what deck you play. And this can also manipulate your opponent's board to where they won't be able to go into synchros. They won't be able to go into any Xyz monsters, depending on what deck they play. Kind of cracked. But Burst Protocol, definitely going to be interesting to see what decks are going to be in the format when the set comes out, which should be in a couple weeks, if I remember correctly. But all 4 of these cards are all TCG exclusive. So this is basically going to be the last batch of cards that we're expecting. Then again, I could be wrong, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm pretty sure that this is the last batch. But with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.